Is there a correlation between thyroid cancer and mammograms? Find out on this next episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello and welcome to Digest This. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz and I've got Tina Nunziato sitting right by my side if you happen to be watching us. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're one of our regular listeners, we thank you and we love that you are continuing on this journey with us. If you are a new listener, we welcome you to the family. Check out our library of episodes. We have over 500 episodes. We've been podcasting for 15 years plus. And thank you so much for finding us and for joining us. So let's talk a little bit about mammograms and thyroid cancer. Is there a connection here? Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Well, talk about where this came from. Like we had somebody reach out to us.
Yeah, we had someone reach out to us. They sent us a video on
and this person is like in the medical field.
Yes. This person's in the medical field and sent us a video of a woman that was talking about getting mammograms
regularly
every year, and about the importance of protecting your thyroid gland. And actually it was the first time I'd ever heard anything about that. Yeah. So about the importance, but because of the concern of radiation and with your thyroid gland being close to your chest area,
and it's a small organ.
Your thyroid gland is just a butterfly shaped gland that sits right here in your neck area. And so she was talking about that it's not standard to go in and get a mammogram and for someone to offer you a shield for your thyroid, as it is like when you go to get your go for your dental appointment and it's time for x-rays and they automatically give you
the blanket.
It's a shield. Yeah. It's a shield that goes all the way up to your neck. Okay. And so she was talking about the concern for radiation exposure, thyroid cancer, especially if you're getting mammograms regularly.
Yeah, they were talking about in the video that they feel like thyroid cancer has increased because of women consistently getting mammograms every year. And so, the risk of thyroid cancer is now higher and there's more diagnosis of thyroid cancer and all this. And they were kind of blaming it on mammograms.
Right. Yeah. And so also towards the end, she said, listen, when you go get your mammogram, make sure that you request a thyroid shield because they're not going to automatically give it to you. And that's true. I mean, we've been getting mammograms for years and no one's ever offered us that. However, what I found interesting is that she said that when you ask for it, they have it right there and they give it to you. So I actually found that to be fascinating that they have it right there and they give it to you. So I told one of our friends about it. And I told her because she told me, oh, I have to go for a mammogram. And so I told her about the video and I said, you should ask for a shield. I'd be curious to see
if they have it.
Yeah. So just last week, she told me, oh, guess what? I went for my mammogram and they didn't offer me a shield. I'm like, no, they're never going to offer you a shield. That's what the point of that video was, that they're not going to offer it to you. She says, but I asked them, do you have a thyroid shield? And it was right there,
sitting right there. Yeah.
So crazy. I find it interesting because then Tina and I decided to do a little bit of research on it because I thought that makes total sense.
Right. Like, why not?
Why not?
Right.
I mean, you're getting this you're getting some radiation.
Right.
And so when we looked up thyroid cancer,
the risk of thyroid cancer from
mammograms, from radiation, basically the bottom line on what we saw, okay, now we didn't do an extensive deep search, but from what we saw, the recommendation, like the societies are not recommending thyroid shield when you get a mammogram because they feel that the amount of radiation you get is very negligible and is equivalent to about 30 minutes exposure of natural light.
Mm-hmm. Well, what they were saying too is that when you get a mammogram, it's very focused radiation, right? I mean, so for those of you that have never had a mammogram, they basically take your boob and they smash it in this machine, and then they're going to come take a picture at different angles. And where they're aiming the device to take the picture, it's very focused, right? So they're saying that it's far enough away from the thyroid where the thyroid is going to get scattered radiation, but not direct radiation. And that scattered radiation is not enough to cause cancer. They said something like it was like 1 in like 70 million people.
Right. So they're calling it negligible.
Right.
The exposure of the scattered radiation is very negligible, and
that the shield can actually interfere with the mammogram image itself, causing you to not get a good image, or causing there to be maybe something deflected in the image that might look like, now you might have cancer, but you don't. So they thought that the shield would get in the way of the mammogram more.
Right. So we don't have an answer. Okay. No, but I mean, we don't know for sure. I mean, look,
I feel like if you're going to get a mammogram, especially every year, because I've had regular mammograms for many, many years. So I decided I'm going to do every other year, right? That's a personal choice for me, just because the radiation exposure. But if you are getting them every year, like I think when I go now, I am going to ask for the shield. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, personally, I feel that whether it's negligible, I mean, look, we are exposed to radiation all day long.
Yeah.
You get radiation, you get, exposure from power lines, from your phones, from all sorts of things. We are exposed to radiation all day long. And so anything you could do to try to minimize your exposure is I think great. Okay. Because there can be increased risk for illnesses due to excessive radiation exposure. I mean, even someone who goes to get frequent imaging, radiology testing, like CAT scans, PET scans, things like that, where you are getting a lot of exposure. You don't get radiation exposure with MRIs. That's the whole point of the MRI. It's a magnetic resonance imaging. But CT scans, X-rays, PET scans, you're going to get
getting a ton of those these days.
There are some people who get a ton of those. And so there always has been that concern that you could then down the line, develop something like a cancer due to all the radiation exposure you had. So it definitely, in my opinion, I think is something that it's simple enough. Again, I'm fascinated by the fact that they have the shield there and available. Yeah. Okay. So why not just ask for the shield and put it on and protect your gland? You're protecting it up here. Your mammogram is down here.
Yes. And speaking of exposure to toxic chemicals, we wanted to break for our commercials. So today's commercial is on the delicate detox. Dr. Cruz, talk about why we're going to talk about the delicate detox with the exposure to 250,000 environmental toxins.
Exactly.
We're exposed to.
We are exposed to toxins daily, in and out. Your body is constantly trying to detoxify. And you detoxify, just in case you're not aware, ways that you detoxify is when you urinate, you're getting rid of toxins. When you poop, you're getting rid of toxins. When you sweat. So those are just a few common things that happen every day that you do that maybe you weren't aware. This is how you're detoxing. So your body's constantly detoxing, but the body gets overwhelmed with so many toxic exposures. And so one simple, gentle way that you can help your body is by taking something like the delicate detox, which is basically a very strong protease that helps to break down these proteins that coat these toxins that your body is trying to get rid of.
Protect against.
It's trying to protect against. So the detox, the delicate detox is a protease. It works at the blood level. You take it every day. It's not going to tie you down to the toilet. It's a very gentle detox that you can take daily to try to help you detox.
Yes, detox on a daily basis.
All right. So I think that the whole thing with the mammogram and thyroid cancer, though there may not be studies that show that there's a correlation, I think that if you could request a shield to protect your thyroid, just to decrease your exposure.
Yeah,
You know,
just in general.
Exactly. I mean, your thyroid gland does sit right there. It's a delicate gland, and it is very susceptible to radiation exposure. So why not protect it?
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So please connect with us. If you have not connected with us, you can find us, drlizcruz.com. There's a magenta colored button on the homepage. You can click and schedule a free 30-minute wellness consult. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And lastly, if you haven't rated us, please rate us and please give us a 5 so that other people just like you can find us faster. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.